Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Leah, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some meal prep. I am all about spending less and creating more, and sharing with you how you can do the same thing in your kitchen as well. So that always starts in the grocery store when I take you along with me, share with you all the deals and clearance finds that I'm able to pick up, and then I go into my kitchen and I start cooking it. So in order to spend less and create more, we've got to have some meal prep. So let's get cooking. So the first thing we're going to do is use up the last of my instant rice that I have. This is just a Cajun seasoning, and a little bit does go a long way. I'm just gonna flavor up the rice like that and let it cook. Normally I cook rice in my Instant Pot, or I will let it boil on the stove, but I did have a little bit of instant left and I just want to use it up. And I have a really busy week here. We're moving, so all the shortcuts help. I'm also going to get some of these chicken nuggets into the oven for the kids. This is a raw chicken nugget that's tempura battered. So these need to be cooked and it just takes longer. So if I can get these done ahead of time, then I won't have to worry about it for the next 2 days. All right, next I'm going to work on some tilapia, and I have plenty here for myself for the week. I have 6 fillets, so it's gonna probably be about 4 lunches for me. And then I'm going to bake them in the oven. It's just gonna be a whole lot easier than watching them on a stove.
If you enjoy seafood, I'd love to hear what kind do you like? And do you cook it at home, or does it feel like it's intimidating? My favorite is salmon, and I used to think that it was gonna be so hard to make it at home that I always just saved it for a special thing whenever we went out to eat. But I finally learned how to cook it about 1.5 years ago, and it is actually cheaper than getting fast food.
Just gonna put a little bit of oil on the pan. Next, I'm just going to season with some garlic powder and some salt.
Another way I like to season my white fish is to have taco seasoning on it, and then you can make tacos or serve it with rice.
And to go with the fish, I am making a mango cilantro sauce, and I shared with you in my grocery haul all of the mango that I got on clearance. So that was the inspiration for making that dish this time. It is an amazing sauce I've made many times before. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that up with some fresh cilantro and some chili garlic sauce, and I'm gonna splash in some soy sauce as well. So to cut the mango, you're going to go lengthwise like this and just cut close to the pit. The pit is like a long thing. So just gonna cut on either side of it like this. Like that. And you can probably get a little bit more fruit off the edges.
Now, if you don't have access to fresh mango or cannot get a good price on it like I did, you can always use frozen mango. It's a really good substitute when you're making sauce, and depending on the brand, I think it's really good to even eat as a frozen treat. My favorite brand that I have found so far is actually, surprisingly, the Great Value brand. Here I'm just cutting some small little diced up pieces of the mango to keep fresh and to use on top of my meal. And then I'm going to use the other portions of mango crushed up in a sauce. So here's my container that I'm going to stick into my fridge for later. And then I am using my Ace Cool hand blender, chopper, mixer. It is so convenient, and I will leave a link down below for you that you can find it on Amazon. It's really affordable if you're looking for a hand mixer to do all kinds of things like making sauces, chopping up your onions, whatever. To the chunks of mango, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of my garlic chili sauce. You can always add more or less depending on how hot you want it to be. And then I'm going to add in a nice big splash of soy sauce. And then I'm going to also add in about 1/4 cup of water. That's going to keep it from being super thick without having to have so much salt from the soy sauce. Then I'm going to add in a handful of fresh cilantro and blend that up until it's nice and smooth. Once the fish is about halfway done cooking, mine was a little bit over that, but you're gonna go ahead and put on your sauce and let that go back into the oven for the remainder of the cooking time, just to kind of infuse some more of that flavor from the sauce into the fish. Then I'm also going to save the rest of that sauce in a container in the fridge, and that can go mixed in with the rice that we have served with the fish, or Dakota can use it with chicken or as a salad dressing. He loves this sauce, but he does not like fish, so he'll be excited to have this as an option later on in the week. If you remember, I got a bunch of zucchini and squash and peppers on clearance over the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to chop all of those remaining up onto a sheet pan, get those into my oven, and that'll be some good vegetables to serve with both of the lunches that we're making this week. Chopping everything up and putting it onto a sheet pan has got to be one of the easiest meal prep ideas ever. There are so many ideas. I love looking through Pinterest and finding different recipes. So you could do an entire dinner on a sheet pan like this. Not just your vegetables, but toss on some chicken. Add the seasoning, your marinade, whatever. You can do little pieces of sausage or meatballs and you're good to go. All of your meal prep is done on one pan in one oven. So simple. So if you have any ideas, make sure you share that down below. To all of my chopped vegetables, I'm drizzling some olive oil, or you can use any oil of your choice, then some garlic powder, and then some salt. You could also do some pepper, any other flavors. You could do Cajun seasoning, taco seasoning. Options are endless. Now that my fish is done, I'm just going to get all the fish into one container that I can dish out for myself the day of. And I'm also going to get started on the rice cauliflower blend. So to all of my rice that I have cooked, I'm going to add some cooked riced cauliflower. It's just going to cut our carbs back a little bit, and it's not going to be so heavy on the cauliflower. So having it mixed is a really good segue into having less grains in your diet if you're trying to do that. So I'm also going to get all of these chicken nuggets into a Ziploc bag for the kids to have for the next few days. And then I'm getting started on the teriyaki meatballs. I got these on clearance. It actually started as a 2-pack. I've been having the second half of it in my freezer for a while, and I'm just going to heat them up in my skillet. And I'm going to make a good sauce to go with it, so that way it helps flavor up the rice and the vegetables that are going to be served with it. I don't usually measure things out, so bear with me, but I did add 1/4 cup of brown sugar and then approximately a big splash of soy sauce and about 1 tablespoon of honey. Now you could also add in some fresh or powdered ginger, some garlic powder. It's really good. Dakota actually told me that the sauce was his favorite part of the meal next to the rice. The meatballs, he didn't prefer the texture of them, but he did really, really like the sauce. So you could put this sauce on chicken or pork chops, make your own meatballs. You could serve it with ground beef. Yes, ground beef. I promise you, it is so delicious. And making the sauce from scratch is a more frugal option, but you can definitely purchase a teriyaki sauce pre-made. The next meal prep I'm doing is for the kids, and I am hitting the easy button.
What's the worst that can happen?
Speaking of commercials, you know the Kraft mac and cheese one that says, for the win-win, and the kid won't eat her vegetables? It's still not a win at the end because she's not eating vegetables. So I am serving my kids' lunches with the broccoli. Weston adores broccoli, so that's really easy to get him to eat it. Malin, not so much. But we do have lots of vegetables to choose from this week. I have some really good fish for myself, meatballs for Dakota. That cauliflower and Cajun rice is really delicious. I don't even think Dakota noticed that it was half cauliflower, to be honest. And of course, the kids love the mac and cheese and chicken nuggets. So if I need to, I can always add in some more of the crispy cauliflower chicken strips that I bought previously on sale. And if you haven't checked out Ibotta yet, make sure you click the link down below. I have a referral code for you. There are a ton of free options on there right now. I get a bonus when you use it. You get a bonus when you sign up. So make sure you check that out. I hope that today's meal prep gave you inspiration, showing you that you can base your meal plan around what's on sale. That way you can spend less and create more. And of course, until the next video, I will see you in the comments.